complexity rules. Can't wait to see this matchup.
Neither can I, and that's why we're going to go ahead and go right into this game. I am extremely excited. I'm jumping, bouncing up and down, ready to go, because we are going to have your returning champion, your reigning champion, of course, xmShakeSAGA, spawning as the Yellow Terran here on MLG Metalopolis. And over here, close to air spawn from him is, of course, going to be the guy who could possibly take the throne away from him. The Protoss player, the blue Protoss player, in fact. Complexity Gaming's RSVP spawning as, of course, like I said, the blue Protoss. He is a rank 8 in Grandmasters. That is crazy. And, of course, Sleeper Cells, and I have the privilege of casting this fantastic match this evening with the wonderful Tumba.
Yeah, super excited about this one, Sleeper. Obviously, xmShakeSAGA, we can't say it enough. 3-time champion, 3 in a row. ASC Weekly 19, 20, and 21. Here we are at 22. He's trying to four-peat, but there is a bigger, badder obstacle in his way. And by obstacle, I mean Complexity Gaming's RSVP.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge obstacle for Shakes to overcome. But that being said, if he does overcome it, all the more reason that we will adore him and adore XmShakeSAGA and his team's sagacity. So I'm super excited to see how this game goes, because we do know exactly how XmShakeSAGA plays. We do know how he opens, how he plays the game, how he ruffle stomps players sometimes. But we also know RSVP to be an extremely strong player, seemingly walking his way, just drifting his way through the brackets. So we're going to have to I'm excited to see how this goes, as excited as I've been for a match in a long time, I feel like. I would venture to say as excited as I've been since casting with Diggity StarCraft. So I'm ready for this.
Quite awesome indeed. We see a little probe harass here. Going to go ahead and really try to frustrate. And we, you know what? We haven't seen that much. We haven't seen a lot of probe harass to the extent where it throws a player off or a player gets frustrated by it. And as you see, the RSVP puts the proxy pylon out, allows good pathing, close by air positions. Scout his opponent, does know where he is, and once again, xmShakeSAGA deciding to go ahead and scout close ground first. Could be for proxies, I guess.
Maybe he... Continue.
No, we'll go ahead and discover the location of RSVP right about now.
Yep. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I was looking at the neutral supply depot going, why is that yellow dot not moving? But no, the SCV has indeed come up here, spotted exactly what's going on, sees the gateway being chrono boosted out of warp gates, Stalker on the way as well. Looks like he skipped the Zealot, I believe. So he's going straight for that first Stalker. And he might be ready to lay down some hurt, considering, look at this.
Yep.
There is indeed a proxy pylon hanging out here in the third base of XmShakeSAGA. Could we see that Void Ray build we saw used just a little while ago versus XmShakeSAGA's teammate? And could we see it be nearly as effective as it was? And there's the Stargate, so we will indeed be seeing that build.
I think it's sort of foolish, simply because he already used this versus a Sagacity member. And I do think that Shake will find it, because we know how Shake likes to move around the map. When he finds it is the question.
Yeah, that being said, the Marines were able to get a couple shots off on that Stalker, and the supply depot neutral is burning down now. Another proxy pylon being added to warp-in units at the point when he gets that warp gate finished. He does have two Stalkers on the field. One's just kind of chilling back. The other Stalker's being extremely bold, kind of just kicking up a couple shots on those Marines, getting him a little bit less health just for the later stages of this game. That being said, if we look at XmShakeSAGA's base, it looks like he had the exact same opening as his teammate, but he is going for concussive shells instead of Stimpack or anything like that, so we might see a little bit more Marauder heavy, which could honestly be kind of good, because last game we saw this build used, RSVP went only for one Void Ray and then stopped Void Ray production completely and just went complete Stalkers. So a couple Marauders mixed in that army could do a lot of damage. That being said, he does have an... no, he's going to move out here and intercept these three Stalkers.
However, look at this. Void Ray is out, though. Void Ray is out, and those Marauders will not do much against that Void Ray, as they cannot shoot air. So Void Ray going to move over and see what exactly... how RSVP decides to go ahead and follow this up.
Indeed. You know what would sound really good right now? A pork production tab.
Yeah, pork chop production coming up. in my excitement.
But yeah, we do have all three Ooh, the Stalker does manage to slip away, barely surviving there. And where is this Void Ray? Did it get sniped? No, here it is. It's back towards the to the main. But 2 Void Rays are out now, and Shakes is dropping his expansion. He has plenty of Marines out and ready to go. I believe he actually has 10, 11, 12, 13 Marines out, and that is plenty enough to deal with 2 Void Rays if microed correctly. And he's got a couple Marauders as well. This push could do tons of damage if RSVP does not control his units perfectly. And these Void Rays are going to get spotted by the Terran army. The Terran does see those. He is going to go ahead and turn around and start firing away at those. One Stalker does go down once again. And really, these Void Rays are not doing nearly as much as they would like. There's another turnaround. Marines just firing away at these Void Rays. Another one almost goes down there. It's really good control from Shake so far.
Yeah, and not being very cost efficient with those Void Rays. He almost lost one. It is down to the red in health. He will retreat, let it repair some shields, and try to do something with it later. He's missed his timing for the utter devastation of the inside of Shake's base. So we're going to see just how this shakes out, no pun intended.
Indeed, it looks like these Marines are trying desperately to snipe as many of these Void Rays as possible, take as much health away from them as they can. Unfortunately, RSVP is just being extremely good with his control with his Void Rays. I'm actually impressed with that. That being said, though, he is losing a little bit of health on that. Positioning his army on the low ground. The sentry, I think what he wanted to do was force field those units in that little corner.
Yeah, get a little trap action going on. Be able to go ahead and force them against trap them against the force fields. And look at Shake, just a cool customer, Maynarding the SEVs over. From now on, I'm just gonna say transferring because I hate the term Maynarding, but whatever. And you know, sorry Maynard, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And at this point, he's got some static defense, some missile turrets up in his base. Shake looking very good right now.
Yeah, definitely. He took almost virtually no damage from that. That being said, neither did RSVP particularly. Both their expansions are fairly good timed. Voters poking in there, seeing a missile turret, having to turn around once again. So really, Shakes is just in a fantastic position, and as soon as he finds and snipes this Stargate here, it's going to put him even further ahead. That being said, though, he's being a little bit less good with his map control as he usually is, but that might be something coming from facing an opponent such as RSVP. His army's a little bit split up as well.
Yeah, just checking around, seeing what's going on, seeing if he ninja'd a high yield, seeing if he has any other proxies. Wants to understand his opponent, wants to see what he's up to. ShakeSAGA, a player that loves information and loves going ahead and taking that information and turning it into positive equity for himself. That usually results in a win.
Yeah, definitely does. And here comes the push from Shakes, and there's not very much of an army here for RSVP. It's going to have to do some go-to force fields, and there they are. I believe he stimmed his units, moved in there. Great force fields from RSVP. Absolutely wonderful. He's moving in there, but
look at all of the sentries going down, though, too, though. That's 100, 200, 300, 400 gas lost. However, the trade-off is all of the bio's gone.
True, true. And all of the Void Rays went down there as well, so it does look like there's an Observer being boosted out from RSVP. He's going for more of a gateway robo build. No, wait, there's the bay on the way. So he will be going for Colossus from here, so we're going to have to see whether or not he can... the word is not recover, because look at the supply. It's 75 to 60, so we're going to have to see whether or not Shakes can macro up and do a little bit better of pushing, because unfortunately he just got trapped by those force fields, and he lost quite a bit of bio there.
Yeah, but keep in mind that those Void Rays are quite expensive, 250 minerals each, plus some gas, and he is researching +1 armor and now +1 weapons. But he did take his third. And Shake has yet to go ahead and destroy the proxy Stargate of RSVP.
That being said, though, RSVP is not really using it at this point.
No, not using it. Probably doesn't intend to.
I think he kind of assumed it was going to go down by now, and he just kind of has it worked out of his build.
It's probably going to go here shortly when this command center takes off and says, hey, wait a second. I see blue dots on the map. Attack.
Definitely could. But yeah, we are looking... Actually, we're going to look to transition into a very standard PvT right now. Which after the early game there, that's actually fairly surprising, because here comes the first drop, going to be going around the back towards where the Robo is. He might not have nearly as much luck as he had in the last couple games with sniping those, but could definitely have that. But immediate response, just absolutely
Oh, if
immediate
he can
response
get
from
the,
RSVP.
if he could have focused down the Colossi, but nope, not going to happen. There was
Yeah,
no
he knew
gateway
that
units
totally.
initially. It was by itself, but just not enough of a force.
Yeah, not quite enough, unfortunately, for him. And it does look like Vikings are on the way. There's two of them, but they're not quite out yet. They will be before any sort of Protoss push comes. But yeah, looking very, very good for... Well, there's the command center finding the Stargate. So we're going to see the entire army of the Terran pull back and kill that. Microing against the Stargate, so the Stargate doesn't deal out too much damage against the bio.
Yeah, no, and now, you know, Shake is getting into a very comfortable position. He's on 3 base. I don't think he's not showing any nerves. He's playing this like any other ladder match, except for that it's his 4-peat tournament. But he doesn't seem like in a hurry or panicked or making, overreacting in any way. He's a cool customer right now.
Yeah, definitely playing this very smooth, very nice. The Shakes we know and love, reacting beautifully to everything that's happening to him. Even under the pressure of this being, once again, like you said, his 4th tournament that he would possibly win. And despite the fact that he's playing against a Complexity Gaming member, RSVP, so really well done by him so far. Just doing so well.
And you can see, once again, Phoenix coming out for RSVP. Great micro with them. We saw as they engaged, they went ahead. He has built another Stargate.
Where's that?
That is behind the mineral of his natural. He likes to micro those Phoenix versus the Vikings to protect the Colossi. A whole lot of APM going down for both players.
Indeed, it is going down.
And by going down, I mean going up.
Yeah, definitely going up. Pretty much Bio Viking coming out right now from our Terran player. No sort of tank nonsense coming from him. No Ravens, no anything like that.
Oh, wow.
So he's going very...
Look at this. As per usual, xmShake sees everything. RSVP dropping trying to ninja a
this
fourth.
could be huge.
Yeah, and
RSVP's army. Okay, he sees it with the probe.
Right.
I was about to say that could have been a huge. RSVP's army moving completely out of position for a second there.
Right.
And the Terran army was right ready to go. And here comes the entire force of the Terran army, stimming, running in, pushing up towards this base here. It looks like he's going for the Nexus. No, he decides last minute not to go for that. Moving in, attacking with everything he has. Decent force fields there coming down from RSVP. But the Terran army is so large right now, but these Colossus wreaking havoc. It's going to force ShakeSAGA to retreat here. Taking severe losses. Really good control there from RSVP. Great force field placement. That being said, those Shakes start stepping, microing his way to killing quite a few extra Zealots. But I don't know if Shakes can hold this.
Well, here's the thing. RSVP is ahead slightly in supply, but what he's ahead in supply are Tier 3 units called Colossi. And unless Shake can kill those Colossi, he's in for some trouble.
Yeah, he really needs to catch the Protoss players, Colossus out of position with his Vikings or with anything, to be honest with you. He really just needs to pull something out of his hat at this point. He's only got 1 medevac, unfortunately, because he's producing Vikings because he needs the Vikings. But he can't afford... Ooh, Vikings getting sniped as well.
5th Colossus on the way to join up momentarily. It is at the Zalnaga currently, making its way to the main army of RSVP. There it is. My obsing is slipping because my mouse is effing up, but that's okay. Moving into the 3rd of ShakeSAGA, Protoss Destruction.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really bad position for the Terran to engage in. That being said, the Colossus are in a beautiful spot.
Oh, but look, he caught the Colossus. He caught the Colossus in a good spot for him, which is in front of the gateway units. So he is able to take out 2 with his ground army, and Vikings are on top of it, trying to micro over to get the remaining 3. Shake doing the best he can to hang with RSVP here.
Yeah, he's going to snipe another one of the Colossus. Only 2 left, but that being said, the entirety of the Bio Army has been cleaned up, and there's the GG from ShakeSAGA, losing game number 1.